Summer Games Done Quick 2020 wrapped up after 7 days of displaying the finest of what speedrunning has to offer. Due to the corona situation, this SGDQ took place without a live audience and runners played from their cozy homes. This was a double-edged sword, since the live audience can greatly complement the atmosphere. On the other hand, the constant yelling of outdated meme references can also be quite annoying. Here you have 20 of the most entertaining runs, which you should definitely rewatch. Remember that these are my own picks, so it's highly subjective. Please tell me in the comments which runs I missed. You can find links to all runs in the description below the video. One of the advantages of an online-only GDQ is that it enables runs with complicated setups, such as the phenomenal Pump It Up showcase, which requires a huge arcade cabinet. The logistics of shipping this monstrosity of a controller would be far too complex for the convention. Happy Feet glides with unmatched grace and stamina for more than 1 hour over these dance pads. If you only have time to watch one single SGDQ run, this is it.
$50 from Elegant Fugue saying, donating to help ensure the Pump It Up run, even if I'll be asleep for it. Please let Happy Feet know he's allowed to use his fan this time. Don't overheat.
Icy waters. So this introduces
Punchy only submitted a run for the unique puzzler Baba Is You because one of the devs said that he doesn't think it would ever be run at the GDQ event. Guess what? It happened, and what a joy it was. I don't know how Punchy was able to coherently explain the game while running it at a brain-melting speed, but somehow he did it.
Alright, Pillar Yard, we're going to turn ourselves into Pillar. So we're going to push that pillar through the stars that would ordinarily kill us, then we're going to make Pillar Is You, which allows us to touch the flag. Affection, we're going to turn all these KKs, which are the orange dudes, into Love, which enables us to win the stage almost immediately. Brick Wall introduces us to turning something into You and Win at the same time, because if you are Win, you win. Funny that. We are 1 minute and a half in, and I've already beaten the first world. By the way, the drumstick bounced off the floor and cracked my monitor. Not even kidding. I mean, the monitor's fine. Like it's not broken, but like it bounced off the floor. I'm not even kidding. Like that bounced quite a distance. I threw that really hard. Rose is red, Violet's is blue, Flag is win, Baba is you. Yeah, I know, right?
Fused with Knuckles from the Sonic block earlier.
Devil May Cry 4's runner remained mostly silent, but his facial expression still managed to crack me up. Despite having no interest in the game, I still stayed for the whole run because the commentary was just outstanding. Make sure to watch the Gods Must Die showcase, which shows the hidden difficulty and is one of the hypest things I've ever seen.
Here. And then Mecha's just going to be planting some shard shots on her, activating those JoJo references, and just going to town.
Absolutely. Take a look. It's the Weed Whacker, everybody. We're just ripping her apart right now.
Oh, look, listen to that mash. Listen to that mash, bro.
Hey. Now we're gonna get to see Nero's waifu for waifu. Yeah, his waifu for waifu.
The red orb, the whole game, everybody. The economy is Nero's waifu. His 401k.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Oh, the mouth moves.
Shoutouts to the modder who did this.
Indeed they are.
To someone who is neither familiar with the game nor the category, this run must be bizarre. Both players in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer co-op run start with the same random seed, but they can share information on item locations, etc. The final completion time is the average time both runners needed to complete the game. This mechanic alone makes it as interesting as AGDQ 2020's A Link to the Past crowd control randomizer run.
I need an instant replay! What was that? What? That makes no sense! No sense whatsoever that hit the crystal! Chat, y'all don't even realize that was the play of all time in GDQ history! How did that trick shot? That was a literal continent away and he hit it! What?
Well, rip the quick kill on Morpha.
I can't believe you just...
Why did you do that?
The Sonic block this year included Freedom Planet, which started as a Sonic fan game but was eventually turned into its own thing. Most of the super fast-paced run was spent on a motorcycle. The character Carol can summon one by collecting fuel canisters. I wish I could do the same.
Okay. Coming up on this screen is like one of the probably most annoying mechanics. There are these drills that kind of pop out of the ground, and you have to knock them around and hit them. Yeah.
Considering the complexity of this stage, he's so critical of himself. Just take the compliment.
Here we have this mid boss that was in Dragon Valley. It's back.
It's back. I know it's back.
Next is gonna hate me, by the way. I forgot to pre-crouch. I'm sorry, man.
The oppressive atmosphere of alien isolation was no match to the enthusiasm of Drax and his couch. It was super contagious, and I'm glad that he ran the no crouch clip category of the game, which is a little bit slower, but shows off much more of the game itself.
That puts some respect to how tricky it is. Alright. So there's my camera break. It looks a little weird, but not too bad. I'm gonna just try to eyeball this lineup, and... Oh my gosh!
First try.
That's a palm
nice.
moment right
That's
there.
a really, dude. That is like,
Marathon luck.
So, that was that didn't really show off how tricky it is, because I just like did that instantly. Nice. We got a white mini game too. There's 3 colors of mini games in these: green, white, and yellow. The greens are so we actually exit out of them to get a different mini game. Whites are the fastest, so those are pretty nice as well.
Relatively soon.
Gotta go fast. Geralt the Hedgehog is back with a runner who seems to use a similar glitch in real life too, because he speaks, well, pretty fast. I think that is kinda necessary if you want to explain every trick and the complete lore of the game within a little more than 2 hours.
All of the languages, again, by astounding 4 seconds, but I'm taking it anyway, because I spent 2 days on timing it. So eventually it's gonna pay off, right? That's how it works. But there's one more thing that's gonna happen, because Geralt is running so fast for last hour or some kind of time. We're just gonna break his legs right here. You know, he's just chilling. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. You know, you have to make some sacrifices of not having bones in your legs to run that fast. And I get it. I actually get it. So as we raise this, we actually find...
Ooh, let me up there.
This was the first time that I'm aware of that a VR game was run at the GDQ event. It shows that these games have great potential. The runner definitely gets a good workout here. I'm looking forward to see an Iron Man VR or Ring Fit Adventure speedrun at AGDQ 2021.
First thing he's going to do is just do a head adjust down to do some out of bounds movement to get to a little later area. He'll grab onto this ladder, because when you grab onto a ladder and let go, it'll just zip you to the top of the ladder in bounds. And here we're going to do a prop drop, which is he's going to pick up this barrel here, drop off the map, and then let go of the barrel right below his feet. And what will happen is the game will stop his momentum, and then he's able to teleport down. Normally you can't make that teleport because it's too far and it will kill you. But because we were already halfway down, it allows us to do the full teleport downwards. And then
it is not...
The Trackmania Nations run included a lot of risky strats. A runner will explain them in great detail while achieving a time only second to his own world record. Norwegian runner Virtual represented the Trackmania community in the best way possible here.
Amazing bugs that allow us to do very fun things. So, in my perspective, we take the bad with the good and we say, let's go. Yeah, alright, okay. So, last track here, this is EO4. We're going to do a shortcut on the start here. We just turn around the start block and went to that platform to pick up this checkpoint. Now we're actually going to jump back to the start again. We only wanted that checkpoint because that was the last one on the map. Now that we've taken it, we can take another checkpoint as our final one. So we're going to jump down here, and if you look through the window here, you'll see that one checkpoint behind us.
If you use Precision Bolt and then swap to
Doom Eternal is already pretty fast paced as it is, but runner Bloodshot cranked its speed up to the max with a wealth of techniques with funny names such as yeet hooking or big sausage skip. He pulled most off flawlessly without them being marathon safe at all to begin with.
I am going to, I forgot, I can casually meat hooking jumping that. I'm also going to casually skip a large chunk of this level.
Here we go. Oh, yes, dude, this is so sick.
Oh my god, that is so sick.
So that skips just a lot of like platforming, a lot of puzzles, a couple fights, and we are now basically at the final boss of this level.
The final boss of the game.
No, not that. I
just want everybody to know that Extreme and I found that slingshot. That is like, that one is so
I can
dope.
confirm this. I was there.
Brian,
the speedrunning community just sunk its teeth into Final Fantasy VII Remake. By working tirelessly on recently discovered skips, the run's estimate was lowered by a whopping 40 minutes to 6 hours 40 minutes, which makes it still the longest speedrun at this year's SGDQ. I love this one because the couch and runner not only focused on speedrunning strats but also tried to make sense of the rather complicated narrative of the game.
Sweeten the deal, I will offer 50 extra bucks if this sonnet is read. So that's all for me. Good luck and have fun. My summon.
Alright, so this is going to be a little scary. Basically, I'm going to be throwing a Thundara and a
better not see no
Thundaga.
hiding. So this is the final phase. It's charging Cry Havoc. When it finishes, it does 99.99 damage. Dude, I'm losing my voice. Okay, hands down. If you hide behind the pillar, it'll break the pillar instantly. It'll instantly release the Cry Havoc, so we don't want to do that. And
Secret of Mana Runner Crow and Commander Yagamot have a great chemistry and provide superb explanations throughout the run. Besides that, the run also stands out because Crow beat the final boss using an arcade controller with his feet.
Looks like that is going to happen. So... So this disappearance act, which you're not supposed to see because this is not supposed to happen.
Damage from occurring because he was in the middle of animation and it just cancelled out the damage from the world. But the lunar barrier then subsequently provided a defense against the next area. Also, Acid Rain reduces the enemy's defense by 20% additionally on top of that. So if everything went well and the section or setup earlier went...
Bullet hell shooters, also known as shmup games, have been featured quite prominently at GDQs lately. SGDQ even had a whole block dedicated to them with 3 niche titles. Pingval's Touhou 09.5 took the cake when he completed the stage Blindfolded. I mean, look at it. Being hit by a single bullet on screen would mean death. There's almost nothing other than bullets on the screen.
Depending on what Moko gives you, can either be really easy or really stupid. Okay. All right, here we go.
First try, dude! First try with a failed shot, too. That's insane.
Did y'all see that?
I don't think the runner saw it.
God.
Similarly to the first...
TASBot sections are among the most famous in all GDQs, as they show off tricks and glitches which are believed to be not possible to do by a human, until you see them being done routinely by runners at the following GDQ event. In this showcase run, our robot overlord destroys the Shindou version of Super Mario 64, which is famous for fixing the backward long jump glitch. Taz has another trick up its steel sleeves. It builds infinite speed by wall kicking through the castle.
If you want to be able to play these in your own home, just head on over to store.tas.bot to get your own replay device. We even have some t-shirts these days, so feel free to swing on over there and have a look.
In the meantime, Mario's wall kicking so fast right now, you can see how fast he builds up this speed. He's really moving. And now we have enough to clip through the first of the star doors, wall kick off of tick-tock clock, clip through the stairs to the star door, and punch up the endless stairs to be able to enter into the final Bowser fight. That punch is 0.004 units of precision that we have extra there. But in the meantime, in this Bowser level, we're going to be abusing some oversights in the geometry to just bypass large portions of it. Look at this huge long jump coming up. all the way over that gap. And a moving right side triple jump to be able to bypass all the way to the very top of the level already. Wall kicking off of the little banister, long jumping around the wind, and we are into the final Bowser fight. I should mention...
The Dusk run was definitely an experience I was not prepared for. The devs were present as commentators. There was cursing, promoting other products and conventions, and quite a few controversial statements. As one Redditor puts it, this run had it all.
Unfortunate. Unworthy. I'm just kidding, you're doing great.
Dave, chat wants to know how much Red Bull you drank before this.
Oh, I don't have any Red Bull. No, actually, so we have a conference coming up, Realms Deep. Every retro shooter will be there. Go to realmsdeep.game. If you like games like Dusk and Quake and Doom and Duke Nukem and Wrath and Ion Fury and Hellhunt and Doombringer and Proteus and everyone, we've got a whole convention coming up. It is sponsored by Monster Energy. It's going to be crazy. John Romero is going to be there. He's going to make you his B word. Look, I'm getting better. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So go to realmsdeep.game.
Please donate for Minecraft. Got a long way to go.
KZ Fru is one of the most beloved runners for a good reason. No one brings that sense of charisma and chaos into speedrunning quite as he does. He proves this once again in his super entertaining Vice City run.
Land. Here we go.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Only at GDQ. And, oh my god. What a launch. Is going back to the first mission of the game apparently. You're gonna go and get some revenge on that police officer who busted him at the other side of planet Earth.
I wasn't supposed to go that far. Alright, hey, what's up, man? I'll take that bike.
And of course gets rewarded for his silly antics with a really lucky bike spawn.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? I've cleared that building maybe once in my whole life, so doing it again is outstanding.
Very impressive.
Yeah. Hacker voice, I'm in. Super serious. Time need to figure out what this code is.
Puzzle games are usually not the most exciting games. Azura managed to spice up his run of the Talos principle with insightful, funny and spontaneous commentary. He even memorized all the randomized puzzles, which borders on insanity.
Started with a 7, right?
I've done it. Okay. 868, interesting number. It's divisible by 4, but not by 3. Alright, clearly incapable. Those numbers. Thank you for the happy birthdays. My birthday was 5 months ago, almost to the day. But thank you very much. All right, so this puzzle is completely random, but something memorized IQ. You get the joke. It's not funny anymore, but I'm gonna keep saying it because that's how I do. There we go. Don't see this one very often in the speedrun, so it's not as drilled into my muscle memory as the other random puzzles that I have memorized in my muscle memory. I don't remember where we are anymore. Okay, so we need to do a nice little Crypt jump around here to grab the keys. We're done, so. All right.
Get right back into it, and there you go, he's landing on the platform.
Blindfolded runs are a staple of GDQ. This one is especially exciting because the break the target missions of the original Super Smash Bros. 64 can already be tricky as they are to casual players. But finishing all of them for all 10 basic characters with a sub 8:30 time is on a completely different level.
Just spamming lasers here. Believe me, it's very annoying in non-blindfoldedness too. And there, he got it. He backed it up with the up B. Very, very nice. Yoshi is another very annoying stage, mostly for the last target. He's able to buffer in an input at the beginning of the stage to do a down B to get the first 2 targets. And then, again, just beat counting here to time his jumps and his moves. He's going to throw an egg here that's going to...
Yeah, if you haven't realized, early game's loaded with a lot of...
Despite taking completely different routes, this duo race where both runners complete one Pokémon version each was really tight in the end. A big compliment goes to the GDQ staff, which managed to make races like this enjoyable to watch, even without both runners and the couch sitting in the same room.
1000% right.
Dang. I can't believe it.
It's impressive. No crit too.
Dude,
wow.
that's insane. That's actually so insane.
Breakthrough here then,
Yeah,
and he'll be okay.
What's kind of unfortunate is if he still had the Persian Berry equipped, that wouldn't have mattered, but he had to equip the black glasses for some other stuff.
Yes!
Nice.
Wow,
Good
that's
snap.
super lucky.
Take
That's
that
like the
any
earliest
day.
breakout you can get, which is really
that was
nice.
close. As long as you don't hit yourself, like, who cares? It's like, got through it, lost a little bit of time to text, no big deal.
Also, I didn't save, so that would have been really awkward. Oh, God.
Yeah. At least you have the revive. I'm not sure how much that Alakazam does to you, but at least you have the revive to get back.
And then he has to not.
Even in the mode selection of Crypt of the NecroDancer Amplified, the devs acknowledged that Coda mode is probably impossible to complete. Coda mode combines permadeath on a single hit, permadeath on a missed beat, playing at double the speed, and death when collecting any gold. Against all odds, Spots managed to pull it off like a boss.
Well, if we stand still, we would miss a beat. But if we were standing on them
and you like attack an enemy or dig.
Attack an enemy, then we would take damage, and that would kill us as well.
So there's
most things do.
A lot of good things to talk about in this build right now. We've got ourselves this heavy glass, which allows Spoody now. Before we had the glass armor, now it's the heavy glass. So if we take 3 hits, it'll break instead of just the 1 hit. So that's extra protection for Spoody. Plus he's got a ring of piercing, which means...
Thank you so much. That's wonderful.
And then we have an...
Here are some honorable mentions which didn't quite make the list but are worth watching nonetheless. The Zelda 2 run with reverse boss order was one of the examples that showcases a runner pulling off glitches which were believed to be TAS only.
You'll notice my levels are 433, much lower than most people would ever dare set foot in this palace.
Yes, and it's interesting because in the short...
The Silly Games blog was kicked off with Night Trap. It had great explanations and showed as many of the cutscenes as possible, and it was all done blindfolded.
1435 or so, you're gonna see me when I got this game accepted in SGDQ.
Here we go.
It was that one. I love the high five. I feel like they weren't taking it seriously at that point. Like,
yeah, this guy's being
that's the reaction. Hey, we're getting paid by the hour. Also, this kid has a ray gun now and he's just murdering the augurs. Are they really the bad guys?
Yes.
I mean, he's murdering them.
They're toothless vampires trying to kill you. Yes, they're the bad guy.
On your luck? Yes, the bosses, the well-known inside joke.
I don't know whether the Rocco's Quest run was just there to prank their audience. It was such a train wreck that you can't really take your eyes off it.
As we like to call them. Yeah, that's what Carl was referring to. Is we refer to the level 4 bosses, Smo and Smo. Ornstein and Ornstein make a appearance in level 5. Shout out to Lovelix Jr. Yes. That actually is, I do want to shout out Lovelix Jr. Speaking of Dark Souls, again, he got me into speedrunning, and...
Despite all the technical and organizational obstacles of making SGDQ virtual only, the event was a big success. $2.3 million were collected for Doctors Without Borders. My guess would be that the upcoming AGDQ early next year will also be virtual only, but virtual or not, I'm looking forward knowing that the marathon feeling does not depend on the event being held in a convention center. Oh, and if you didn't find your favorite run in the list, feel free to tell us in the comments below. If you don't like something about this video, please also drop a comment below. A dislike doesn't tell me what I can improve.
As well as some of the watchers, then we'll switch over to the eyes camera. It's a little messy.